You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, I'm good. John, Heidi, how are you two?
Fabulous.
Right.
Super duper.
Big day today, especially for you, Heidi. I just want you to know I appreciate you in everything you do.
Why, thank you, Dan.
So do I.
It is National Women's Day.
Is it really?
National Women's Day, yep.
Okay, I don't want to sound like I don't appreciate women, because I do. Is there a National Men's Day, too?
No.
I just kind of wonder.
No. Apparently we screwed the pooch on that whole deal decades ago, John. Yeah. We're getting our come-umpets.
That's all right. Here's the good news. I'm going to celebrate National Women's Day. I'm going to take my wife to... Can't take you to lunch. I got plans. I can take you to... No, do we have plans?
I'm a little busy, honey. My people call your people.
I'll get back to you on
I don't
Thursday
think
or
we need
Friday
a Women's
next
Day,
week.
so I don't intend to celebrate Women's Day.
Yeah, but not just your significant other, but if you have, a daughter, a mother, an aunt, coworkers,
Women.
whatever the case may be, because that's
Absolutely.
kind of how it shakes out. And me, it's always days like this where I look around and I go, oh, okay, so I'm making my own sandwich and straightening up around here on my own. Whatever. Have a good time, ladies. It's all about you.
His name is Dan.
All about you. Whatever.
Happy National Women's Day to you on this Friday. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Excuse me, haven't I seen you on the MTV?
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for manly men doing manly things in a manly fashion.
Manly man are we. When's the last time you hacked down a tree, John?
It's been a little while.
Just fell a tree. That's the proper phrase, by the way. When's the last time you fell a
Yanked
tree?
one out by the roots one
We
time.
bought a brand new van and it died.
What now? What?
It was a little tree.
Okay, let's back up. Okay, let's get back to the van. How does a van...
Bought a brand new van.
I had a minivan at the
A
time.
minivan.
It was just a little minivan.
Which is why I can't ever give you a guy card.
I know.
So, okay,
I
continue.
lost
And we had this little tree that he wanted to pull.
This little tree.
It was
By little,
growing.
it's how, like 3 feet?
It's
2
like 3 feet tall, but it was growing right next to the foundation. And I pulled a bunch of little ones out, but this one was just, it was like the diameter of, I don't know.
So he ties it to the bumper
To the
of
minivan.
I thought, I'll yank it out. I put
Okay.
a tow rope on there.
All right.
Wasn't thinking tow ropes are stretchy.
Sure can be, John.
So I strap it around there good, hook it to the van, and I pull forward very slowly, and I hear the rope stretching. And I was like, no, it's going to come. And then, like, the thing pops out and flies forward and hits the van.
big old dent.
Tree.
Brand
Nice.
new van.
Dealer plates with a giant dent
All right.
where I yanked out a tree. Whoops.
You hear the banjo music going? Ding, ding.
Another time I used a minivan to move a shed.
Oh, God.
They placed a shed in my backyard.
See, this is why I do these manly men tips. And yet here he sits with this information.
I told them, I said, I want it in the northwest corner of the yard, and they put it in like the southeast corner.
Our neighbors at that house.
I was like, what are you...
He also spray painted a dead bush green in front of our
Holy cow.
in my...
This is great for me. I feel
defense.
multicultural when I'm with you. It's like...
In my defense, it did look good when I was done. We had some bushes that died, and we had people coming over. And I was thinking, man, that looks awful. I don't have time to change the bushes out. So I just went and grabbed some green spray paint, painted the dead bushes. And they look good for a while.
Okay.
So, no, to answer your question, no, he's not chopped down a tree for quite some time.
It's been a while.
And probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
If you've never done it, there's, of course, a proper way to do it where no one gets killed, injured, or you ding up your minivan. And I would strongly suggest, if you've never done it before, start with your neighbor's tree.
Neighbors far, far away from your house.
Kind of go from there. All right. Always very informational. Holy cow. I had this minivan, and I ran it to a tree.
You weren't expecting that this morning, were you?
Ding, 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 ding. How dare you call me white trash?
Oh, there's so much more to that story that I can't even share on the radio.
Manly man.
Oh, man.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. We have water cooler talk coming up.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
You heard it on your Walkman radio?
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One.
Oh, this story just took on a life of its own. I mean, seriously, and I'm sure you're aware, Roosevelt High School, lousy with Ku Klux Klan. They were swinging from the rafters.
I don't think that's quite what was going on,
well,
was it?
What did I miss? I don't know what we're talking about.
Roosevelt High School Drama Department putting on a production of The Foreigner.
Oh, I don't even know what
There's
that
a scene
is.
in there where there's actually Klan members on stage.
Okay.
They're in the garb, the robes, and the hood.
Okay.
That is part of the show.
Part of the play.
Apparently some people were a little surprised by that. And now apologies have been thrown out. I found Newsweek, the digital version of Newsweek magazine, ran that story.
Really?
Yeah, this was actually a very popular play. It's been around, I believe, since the mid-'80s, something like that. The Foreigner, it's about an English guy. He takes a little trip over stateside here, somewhere down south, and pretends he doesn't understand English. So the people at this inn where he's staying just assume that he cannot communicate.
Yeah.
And by virtue of that little snafu or misunderstanding, he starts picking up these conversations about all kinds of things. And it's parody, it's a comedy, it's a farce.
Yeah.
The bad guys lose in the end, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But according to some people, this play at Roosevelt wasn't vetted properly. And it offended some people, and we sincerely regret.
What doesn't offend
blah, blah.
people? It doesn't matter what you do.
You know what? If I had the money, I would lease out every theater screen in this city, and 24/7 for a month, I'd run Blazing Saddles, and everybody can watch it for free.
There you go.
We
That was
need
a
to
funny
get back
movie.
to equal opportunity offending
Well, and
because
that's the
that's
thing.
what we used to have, and it was wonderful.
And I want to make sure that you understand. I by saying that I'm not offended by this play doesn't mean that I condone the Klan. Doesn't mean that I think that was good.
but
I didn't
come
say
on.
offended.
No, but that's what I'm
Concerns
saying.
got raised. I mean, if you read into the story, things get a little sketchy here. There's a lot of gray area going on. Has to do with, frankly, wait, let me think. I'm gonna check my blood pressure. Whoops! It's the Dan Farris I don't care meter.
Oh, now we I don't think we talked on the radio program here about Hawaiian Day, did we?
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Oh, are we? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
we're
would
gonna
say
get to
that was
that.
the other one where
A whole different deal that made national news right out of South Dakota.
Yeah.
All about people getting
And
a
they
little-
changed Hawaiian Day to Beach Day because they were afraid they were
Grow
going to
up.
offend some people. I think we all just
Everybody
need
grow
we
up.
need to calm down and be a little less offended. I think that would be really good. And if that offended you, my name is Dan Farris.
Mr. Undies in a Bunch.
No, actually, that's his name. Thanks for listening to Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Coming up, entertainment news of the day.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
What is that thing you're doing?
It's technical. It's one of our little toys.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3, time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
So I'm down a little storage area in my basement.
Yeah.
So I go digging around looking for stuff, and I just started laughing. I still have two VHS
VHS tapes?
Sure, the
Yeah,
machines.
still in the boxes. One is Elvis Presley's worst movie ever, and he made a lot of them. And I have it just because I loved it so much because it's so bad, and that's Clam Bake.
Oh, yeah.
But the other one I have...
So bad it's good, yeah.
Yeah, the other one I have is Tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
Great
That's a
Western.
great Western.
That was.
And
A
the
lot of big
reason-
names in that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I loved that movie. The reason I bring that up is I acquired both of them completely legit from a little video chain called Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah.
Big news. There is now only one Blockbuster left on the entire planet.
Is it the one in Alaska?
That is so close.
Is it Oregon?
There were two left in Alaska. They closed down.
Both of the Alaska ones closed.
They did.
So is this one in Oregon?
It
Is that
is
where it
in
is?
Oregon.
Yeah. See, how sad is it that I knew where the last three Blockbusters were?
But here's the thing. Here's what's going on. It happens to be in Bend, Oregon, the only one left. And I mean, they're doing these promotions for. I mean, the place is doing fantastic.
So the thing that's interesting on Facebook, not Facebook, on Twitter, there is an account. It's called Lone Blockbuster or Last Blockbuster, one or the other.
And it's really funny.
It's very funny. So, like, there was, I'll just give you an example of one of the comments on her. They posted, car pulled in the parking lot today, thought it was a customer, turned out just a drug deal.
That's all. Nothing to see here.
And then, like, National Blockbuster was actually still posting things because Blockbuster, the company, is still around. They just don't have the physical locations. So they must be doing something online now.
I don't know.
This is a John Small thing where I didn't check to see what they're doing.
He never does, but listen to him. He'll just keep going here. Yep.
But they posted on there, they shared something that the Blockbuster account shared, and then they said, this is why we've lost, this many $1 million and this many stores closed. So they're basically pointing out how poorly run the chain was.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think, this one, I bet it stays open for years and years and years. It's become a nostalgic thing. People are digging it. People are flocking to it in droves. And,
in our neck of the woods, we lost Mr. Movies in Brandon about 3 years ago.
And just recently, a few weeks ago, Dan Allers in Del Rapids closed down his video store, too. So
it's really sad. We used to go.
Loved it.
Loved
week. Going.
We would go.
And we would movies. Go. And one of my... A story that I'll never forget was, we would rent 5 movies from Mr. Movies every Monday because they did Movie Monday. So it was like a 99-cent rental.
And we would return 4 of those unwatched every single week.
So quite often we'd take them back. Hadn't made time. So there was one called I Love You, Philip Morris.
Oh, my gosh, this was funny.
And I had no idea what this movie was about. So we rent the thing, and I didn't watch it. And then we rent it again the next week, and I didn't watch it. And Jim Carrey had said on the internet somewhere it was his favorite movie he's ever filmed. So I was thinking, it's got to be really good. So
he rented it probably 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, at least 4 or 5 times. And had never watched it once, Dan. And then finally, we rent the thing and I watch it. It was completely different than what I was expecting.
Gay porn.
It was.
John rented it like 5 times. The guy at the video store had to think.
John Small really likes this movie.
When we finally did watch it, I was laughing so hard that I was crying. I was like, this is fantastic. I cannot believe how many times you've rented this
They
movie.
think this is my favorite movie.
Oh, they were talking.
Well, for Christmas, I actually got it, and it wasn't really from Mr. Movies, but they got
but we
Mr.
made
Movies
a big
letterhead.
certificate saying, every Christmas we find our favorite customer, and we give away their most rented movie, and we got him a copy of this movie with a big certificate from Mr. Movies on
Biggest fan. Yeah, it's great stuff. Just be careful what happens if Heidi's around because, she'll make sure to come up with a way to. So, entertainment news of the day. We're down to 1 Blockbuster left in the world.
Bend, Oregon. That's it. Well, that is it.
Going to have to make a trip out there sometime. Thanks for listening to Entertainment News of the Day. Dan, thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Mr. Dan Farris right there on Sunny 93.3.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now with an extra hour of fun, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.